You wake before the city is fully awake, not because of fear, not because of noise, but because something in the morning feels slightly wrong. The air is warm already, heavy, still. It rests on your skin before the sun has fully climbed, as if the day arrived too early and brought its weight with it. You lie still for a moment and listen. Somewhere outside, a cart rolls over wood. A voice calls from farther down the street. A door opens. Another closes. A child answers a mother from the other side of a wall. It sounds ordinary. That is what makes it easy to trust. 3 days have passed since Hiroshima was destroyed on August 6, 1945. But in Nagasaki, the morning of August 9 still begins like a day that believes it belongs to the living. You do not know that far above you, a B-29 called Boxcar is carrying a plutonium bomb nicknamed Fat Man. You do not know Nagasaki is only here because the original target, Kokura, could not be clearly seen through cloud and smoke. You rise slowly. The floor is cool in one place, warm in another. Light slips through the room in thin shapes. You touch the wood beside you and feel the quiet of a house still holding together. For one foolish second, you believe the day may stay small. Then you hear an aircraft, not loud, not close, only a distant engine, thin in the sky, too far away to sound urgent. The kind of sound people have learned to sort into the background. The kind of sound that asks for attention without demanding it. You move toward the opening. Outside, the city seems undecided between routine and hesitation. Someone pauses in the street. Someone looks up. Someone else keeps walking. Because what else are people supposed to do with danger they cannot measure? Nagasaki had already heard alerts that morning, and many people had come out after the all clear, believing the immediate danger had passed. That is how catastrophe often arrives, not in the middle of panic, but in the moment after people decide they are safe. The sky is bright, too bright, wide, and almost peaceful. Then, the world changes. There is no time to understand it, only light. A white flash tears through the morning at 11:02 a.m. local time. When Fat Man detonates above Nagasaki, it explodes about 1650 feet above the city, with a force of roughly 21 kilotons. The blast comes down over the Urakami area, near major Mitsubishi war production facilities, rather than farther south over the denser residential and business district. But none of that arrives in your mind as information. It arrives as erasure. The light does not reveal the street. It takes it away. Your eyes close too late. The brightness is already inside you. Air becomes force. Force becomes pain. Wood snaps. Glass bursts. And if the room that held your morning is no longer a room. You do not remember falling. Only impact, only pressure, only the taste of dust filling your mouth, as if the house itself has shattered into your lungs. Then there is silence. Not true silence. A ruined silence. A silence with ringing buried inside it. You breathe once, then again, and for a suspended moment, you do not know if the world has ended or if you have simply been removed from it. When your eyes open, shape comes back in fragments. Broken timber, sewn to splintered beams. Oayu, ash, drifting through a wound where the wall used to be. Light entering from the wrong places. Heat thickening by the second. You try to stand and nearly collapse. Your balance does not belong to you anymore. Your hands shake. Dust coats your skin. The air is hotter now. Heavier. Mubish. Ban. And beneath it all is the first edge of burning. Beyond the wreckage, the city has become something unrecognizable. Nagasaki's hilly terrain limited some of the destruction compared with Hiroshima, but the blast still pulverized large sections of the city. Everything within about a mile of the epicenter was annihilated, and around 14,000 homes caught fire. Tens of thousands were killed, with about 40,000 dead immediately and roughly 70,000 or more dead by the end of 1945. But even now, you do not think in numbers. You see movement, people stumbling through dust, clothes hanging wrong on their bodies, faces empty by shock, some reaching for others, some calling names, some too stunned to understand that no answer is coming. Fire begins in too many places at once. Smoke rises in dark towers, thickening into something larger than weather. The morning that began in warmth now burns with a heat that feels personal, as if the city itself has been forced open and set alight from within. You call for your mother, at first only once, then louder, then again, because saying the name is easier than relieving the silence after it. You turn back toward what remains of the house. History can wait. The city can burn later. Right now, only one thing matters, a voice answering yours. You climb over shattered wood. Splinters bite into your palms. Your breath breaks into pieces. Then, movement. Something under a fallen frame. You drop to your knees. Your hands work without skill, without strength, without enough time. You pull debris away piece by piece, every second feeling stolen from someone you love. She is alive, but alive has changed its meaning. Her face is gray with dust. Her breathing is shallow. Her eyes struggle to find yours through the smoke and light and pain. You try to speak as if comfort is still a real thing. You try to sound like a person who believes help exists. Outside, the city answers for you. Cries from every direction, feet running, benders, Pandepodeta, wood collapsing, flames feeding on whatever the blast left standing. You search for water, for cloth, for anything that still belongs to the old world. A bowl, a cup, the remains of breakfast, objects that survived the blast only to become useless in its aftermath. This is the cruelty of the second moment. The first destroys, the second makes you understand what destruction means. You had imagined terror would be the flash, but the flash was only the door. What comes after is worse, because now the city has time to feel itself dying. You help her sit up. Her hand closes weakly around your wrist. That small human touch cuts through everything more sharply than the burning sky. You want to tell her, this will pass. You want to promise that someone will come. You want to believe the fires will stop at the next street, the next roof, the next line of smoke. But the truth is already everywhere. It is in the blackened air, in the broken bodies, moving without direction, in the names being shouted into a city that can no longer return them, in the sunlight still falling over ruin as if this were just another morning. And that is the final horror. Not that the world ended with warning, but that it ended under a bright sky, in full daylight. In a city where people were still stepping back into ordinary life after the all-clear. By the end of the day, Nagasaki would join Hiroshima as the second city destroyed by an atomic bomb, and within days Japan moved towards surrender. But inside this moment, history is not politics, it's not strategy, it is not conferences, declarations, aircraft routes, or target revisions. It is heat, ash, fire, a hand you refuse to let go. It is the terrible knowledge that the morning did not vanish all at once. It remained just long enough for you to watch it being taken. And as smoke climbs over Nagasaki, you understand something no one ever learns from dates alone. History is not made of years when you are inside it. It is made of seconds, of breath, of light, too bright to belong to the world, of the voice you keep calling for, even after the sky has already answered.